Okay, the meeting will please come to order. This is a duly advertised meeting of the Joliet Zoning Board of Appeals. In our capacity, we hear relief from the strict provisions of the city ordinance. In matters of this type, the decision of the board is final in respect that it does not go to the mayor or the city council for any further action. If you disagree with our decision, you do have recourse in a court of record. We also hear petitions for variations of land use. In matters of this type, we act as an advisory committee to the mayor and the city council, making a recommendation either for or against it. The final decision on land use is made by the mayor and the city council. I understand that petition 2015-72, is that correct? The Mills Road has been dropped from the agenda request. So anybody that's here for that is not going to be heard at this meeting. Okay? Want to go now regular schedule, or anybody, any other requests?
No other requests. I think we have to do the roll call, though.
Okay, let's go.
Ms. Darley? Mr. Ferguson?
Here.
Mr. Graham?
Here.
Ms. Nevares? Ms. Powers? Mr. Riggs?
Here.
Mr. Hennessy?
Here. Petition 2015-68, Francisco Diallo Penales.
Petition number 2015-68. The applicant is Francisco Diallo Penales, location 650 3rd Avenue, and his request is for a variation. The petitioner is requesting a variation of a required front yard setback from 30 feet to 18.8 feet in order to construct a 4-foot by 5-foot covered front porch. The lot currently contains a single-family home with a concrete driveway. The house currently includes a 4-foot by 5-foot porch. The current non-conforming front yard setback to the house is 22.8 feet. The property is zoned R2 single-family. Surrounding zoning, land use, and character. The property in question is surrounded by other single-family homes, all with R2 single-family zoning. Applicable regulations are as noted. There were no comments regarding this request at the Community Design Review Board meeting. Under general discussion, the requested variation will allow the owner to construct a 4-foot by 5-foot covered front porch within the front yard setback area. The existing home currently maintains a 22.8 foot setback to the front face elevation. The only condition is that the porch is constructed with complementary materials and colors to match the existing home, and that completes the staff report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I must swear you in, sir. Do you swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law?
I do.
Could I have your name and address?
Francisco de Olio. I live on 50th Avenue, Joliet, Illinois.
Thank you. Any comments you'd like to make?
My request is just what he had written, what the sir had written, and I just want this because for the purposes you see the picture of my house. When it's raining, the water it get inside the wood, so it's damaging. I put made out that door for protected from the water, but the wood is inside. I still get water or snow. When it's snow time, somebody goes knocking the door, a kid from the school. Any case, while we listen, somebody's on the door, there is full snow over there. So we need that to protect the house and the people who get inside the house. Okay. That's my petition, sir.
When we make these conditions, for example, the complementary materials or colors to match the existing amount, does he show ahead of time? Usually, is that the process, or do we go out and inspect it to make sure that they're doing it according to the?
No. Typically, what happens if it's approved by the zoning board, then the next step is a building permit, and at building permit submittal time, that's when we check.
That
Yeah.
specifies what can be put in.
Correct.
Okay. Is there anybody in the any comments by the board? Anybody in the audience wish to speak in favor of this petition? Is there anybody opposed? Chair closes the petition to the floor and asks the board for discussion and a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
We do have a motion and a second to approve the petition. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Riggs?
Aye.
Mr. Ferguson?
Aye.
Mr. Graham?
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy?
Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sarah Hobing, petition 2015-69.
Petition number 2015-69. The applicant is Sarah Hobing. She is also the owner. Location 1518 Clement Street. The request is a variation of a required front yard from 30 feet to 19 feet to allow construction of a 10-foot by 30-foot covered front porch. The applicant plans to construct a 10-foot by 30-foot open porch addition on the front side of the home. The property includes a frame residence built in 1948. The site is located at 1518 Clement Street, on the east side of the street, just south of Theodore. Under site-specific information, the rectangular-shaped lot is located in the Garnsey Park area. Property is zoned R2, single-family residential. Surrounding zoning, land use and character. The land use and zoning to the north is vacant, commercial, zone B3, general business. Land use and zoning to the south and east is single-family residential and undeveloped, zoned R2, single-family residential. Land use and zoning to the west is commercial and undeveloped, zoned B3, general business. Applicable regulations are as noted. There were no comments regarding this particular request at Community Design Review Board. The proposed front porch addition will extend the full width of the house. Front and side elevation views of the proposed porch should have been attached to your packet. The open porch addition will provide needed weather protection for the homeowner at the main entry to the house, as well as a place to relax in warmer weather. The porch addition will generally conform to the style of the petitioner's residence. The addition will be located 19 feet from the front property line. The required front yard setback is 30 feet. And that concludes the staff report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Ma'am, must swear you in. Do you swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law?
I do.
May I have your name and address?
Sarah Hobing, 1518 Clement Street, Joliet, Illinois.
Thank you. Any comments you'd like to make?
I need a front porch so I can put my rocking chair on it.
Set the rocking chair on and just take it easy.
I'm
huh?
retired.
Invite me over some afternoon.
I
could use a
certainly will.
little- Okay. Any questions by the board? Is there anybody in the audience who wishes to speak in favor of this petition? Is there anyone opposed? We're moving right along. Chair closes the petition, asks the board for discussion and a motion.
Motion to approve. Second.
We have a motion and second to approve the petition. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Ferguson?
Aye.
Mr. Graham?
Aye.
Mr. Riggs?
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy?
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Express signs, that'll be Harstel.
Petition number 2015-70. The applicant is Express Signs. Ed Hartzell. Owner of the property is Holy Temple Church of God in Christ. Location 16 South Union Street. The request is a variation of allowed signage. The petitioner is requesting variations to allow illumination of a sign in a residential zoning district on a required setback from 10 feet to 1 foot and on maximum allowed area from 12 square feet to 30 square feet in order to allow the installation of a new monument sign. Under site-specific information, the property in question is zoned R2 single-family residential. Surrounding zoning, land use and character: to the north, residential R2, that's single-family zoning; to the south, residential R3, that's 1 and 2 family zoning, as well as to the east and to the west is residential R2 single-family. Applicable regulations are as noted. No comments regarding this request at Community Design Review Board. Under general discussion, the approval of the requested variations will allow the Holy Temple Church of God in Christ to install a new monument sign along the front of their property. The proposed sign is 6 feet wide by 8.3 feet high and will include the church name and a 4-line manual reader board for announcements. The 1-foot setback request is needed due to a small front yard area that currently exists. And there are no conditions requested from staff. That concludes the staff report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Do you swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Eddie Hartzell, 3207 Wild Oak Court, Joliet.
Haven't seen you in a while. Where you been hiding?
This hadn't happened down here, I guess.
Okay, any comments you'd like to make?
Nothing other than they do have a small yard, and we're gonna have to angle the sign to be able to get actually the 1-foot setback, because they was required to build a handicap ramp for the church. And other than that, that's it. And this is only a single-face sign, because it's a north, or one-way street going north.
Okay, thank you. Any comments by the board? Once again, anybody in the audience wish to speak in favor? Anyone opposed? Chair closes the petition to the floor. Ask the board for discussion and a motion, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the petition. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Graham?
Aye.
Mr. Riggs?
Aye.
Mr. Ferguson?
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy?
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, pilot travel. Boy, we're going, right? This is gonna be the shortest meeting in history.
Petition number 2015-71, the applicant and owner is Pilot Travel Centers LLC, location 40 East Laraway Road. Their request is a variation of signage. The petitioner is requesting a variation to allow additional wall signs that do not face a street front for the south and east facing elevations for a Pilot Travel Center. Site-specific information, the 6.4-acre site is currently under construction. Surrounding zoning, land use, and character. To the north is industrial, that's I-1, light industry. To the south, residential, unincorporated Will County. To the east, residential, unincorporated Will County, as well as some City of Joliet zoning, B3. To the west is commercial with the B3 general zoning, general business zoning as well. Applicable regulations are as noted. No comments from Community Design Review Board. Under general discussion, the requested variation on signage will allow a welcome driver sign, a Cinnabon sign, a PJ Fresh sign, and an Arby's sign to be installed on the south-facing elevation, and an Arby's sign and logo to be installed on the east-facing elevation. The south-facing elevations are needed due to this being the main truck driver entrance, and the east-facing Arby's sign is needed in order to direct customers to the drive-through location. The proposed signs range in size from 16 square feet to 45.5 square feet. And that concludes the staff report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Do you swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Brandon Parks, 1720 Scenic Valley Lane, Knoxville, Tennessee. Appreciate you looking at this afternoon. As you may know, we are under construction there at Laraway and Route 53. Looking forward to being a part of the community. The statements, as stated, is correct. We're requesting the additional signage on the south and the east elevation to help guide for directions for the drive-through and for the entryways on our back diesel lot. Be glad to answer any questions you may have, but we're looking forward to being a part of the community.
Any questions from the board? We have so much faith in our staff that, we just... Anybody in the audience wishing to speak in opposition or in favor? Anyone in opposition? Everybody's friendly today. Chair closes petition to the floor and asks the board for discussion and a motion.
Move for approval. Second.
We have a motion to approve and a second. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Riggs?
Aye.
Mr. Ferguson?
Aye.
Mr. Graham?
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy?
Aye. Thank you, sir. Under old business, Francisco Ponce.
Well, Mr. Chairman, before we get to that, we do need to take a formal vote on 72.
72, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the
don't
tabling.
approve that. Motion to table
Motion to table.
till the next meeting?
Yes, to the next meeting.
Motion to table.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to table the petition, call the roll, please.
Mr. Ferguson.
Aye.
Mr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Riggs.
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy.
Aye, thank you. Okay, now, let's go on with petition 2015-62.
Petition number 2015-62, the applicant is Francisco Ponce, also the owner. Location 815 Manor Court. The request is a variation on maximum allowed lot coverage from 30% to 33% in order to allow construction of a 16.2-foot by 20-foot carport addition to an existing detached garage. The applicant would like to construct a carport at the rear of the property in front of the garage. The purpose of the carport is to provide additional protection from inclement weather for vehicles. Under site-specific information, the property is located in the west side neighborhood of Reedswood. The property is improved with a one-story, 1,100-square-foot brick residence and a detached frame two-car garage, which we believe was built in 1951. Access to the garage and proposed carport is via the existing asphalt driveway located on the south side of the home. The petition was tabled at the September meeting due to the absence of the petitioner. Surrounding zoning land use and character, the land use in all directions is single-family residential, all zoned R2 single-family. Applicable regulations are as noted. No comments from the Community Design Review Board. Under general discussion, the carport will generally conform to the current style of the petitioner's garage and residence. The carport will have a side yard setback of 3 feet and will be located adjacent to the existing frame garage structure. The area under the carport is completely paved. Should the board wish to approve this variation, staff recommends the following conditions. One, that should the property be declared a public nuisance, it shall be subject to a rehearing and possible revocation of the variation. And we have also included the 180-day condition requiring the petitioner to obtain a permit or certificate of occupancy within 180 days of approval. And that concludes the staff report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Sir, I must swear you in. Do you swear the evidence you're about to present is the truth under penalty of law?
Yes,
Yes. Could I have your name and address?
Francisco Ponce, 815 Manor Court.
Okay. May I ask why you missed the last meeting? Was there a problem of some kind, or?
He didn't have an interpret.
Speak into the, lower the microphone on. There you go.
He didn't have an interpret. I wasn't able to come with him
Okay.
last time.
Any other comments you'd like to make in behalf of his petition?
He just wanted to make it so it would be easier for our family to, like during the winter time, it would be easier for us because my dad usually isn't home, so my mom could have like an easier time taking the car out, putting it in. Yeah.
Okay. Any questions by the board? Anybody in the audience wishing to speak in favor of this petition? Is there anyone opposed? Chair closes petition to the floor and asks the board for discussion and a vote.
Move for approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the petition. Call the roll.
Mr. Riggs.
Aye.
Mr. Ferguson.
Aye.
Mr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see, Jerome Smith. Mr. Smith present? This is the second meeting he's missed. What's the wishes of the board? Table it? Staff, any recommendation?
Table for another month.
Table it till the next meeting, you say?
Yes,
Is there a motion to that effect? Or
Move
do you
to
want to table it indefinitely, or what?
We could table it indefinitely. I'll move for that. Second.
The board wishes to table the petition indefinitely. We have a motion and a second to that effect. Call the roll.
Mr. Ferguson.
Aye.
Mr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Riggs.
Aye.
Mr. Hennessy.
Aye. Moving on. Elliott Park District, No, that's the one we tabled. What else we got here? Approval of the minutes. All those in favor of approving the minutes of last meeting signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye. Is that a record? I never saw such a friendly group of people in my life.